Hi! So, the Amazing Digital Circus just ended, and to celebrate the ending of the Amazing Digital Circus, I made D&D player sheet for all of the main characters. So subscribe, cause this is gonna be a long one, and roll the intro!
Welcome to the Amazing Digital Circus! My name is Caine. I'm your ringmaster, and I'm here to show you the most jaw-dropping, heart-stopping, mind-bending paraphernalia you've ever laid your eyes upon! Isn't that right, Bubble?
That's right, Caine. I can't wait to see what you've got cooking up for today.
Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the show!
Gangel and Zooble and Caine are two. Ragatha, tadc, help more woo. Day after day after day after day after day we fly past the moon and the sun and we don't know why.
Pomni. Let's start with some of the easy stuff first. Class. Pomni's class is a level 1 bard. Race. Pomni's race is a human. In Pomni's inventory I put her hat. This was the only thing I can think of to give to Pomni. Next, the entire look page. Pomni is 25 years old. She is 4'1" tall and she weighs 52 kilograms. Pomni has red and blue eyes, white skin, and black hair, and she's dressed like a Chester. Backstory. Well, I copied the backstory from the Wiki fandom. Thanks a lot, Wiki fandom. Skill points. Pomni's stats are 14 in strength, 18 in dexterity, 14 in constitution, 14 in intelligence, 14 in wisdom, and 14 in charisma. I also filled the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bore you with those. And we finish with Pomni by adding in the name and health. Kinger. Class. Kinger's class is a level 2 artificer. Race. Kinger's race is a chess piece. This is of course a homebrew. That homebrew means he gets 2.5 times the stats of a level 1 commander. And so, instead of 4 HP he gets 10 HP, and so on. Character traits. Kinger is only smart in the dark, and he's good at making things. Next, the entire look page. Kinger is 48 years old. He's 5'10" tall, and he weighs 20 kilograms. Kinger has blue eyes, white skin, and no hair. He is a chess piece, and his hands are not connected to his body.
Gotcha!
Backstory. Well, to be honest, I don't really remember how I made the backstory. Alright, I copied it from the Wiki fandom. Thanks a lot, Wiki fandom. Skill points. Kinger's stats are 14 in strength, 14 in dexterity, 16 in constitution, 14 in intelligence, 15 in wisdom, and 17 in charisma. I also filled the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bore you with those. And adding in Kinger's name. Ragatha. Class. Ragatha's class is a level 2 paladin. Race. Ragatha's race is a human. In Ragatha's inventory I put the stupid sauce, which is all I can think to give to Ragatha. Next, the entire look page. Ragatha is 30 years old. She's 4'5" tall, and she weighs 6 kilograms. Ragatha has black and blue eyes, white skin, and red hair, and she is a ragdoll. Backstory. Well, I don't want to be rude, but I did copy the backstory from the fandom wiki. Thanks a lot, fandom wiki. Skill points. Ragatha's stats are 14 in strength, 13 in dexterity, 14 in constitution, 14 in intelligence, 14 in wisdom, and 16 in charisma. I also filled the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bore you with those. And we finish by throwing in the name and health. Zooble. Class. Zooble's class is a level 1 bard, because they are barmen. Race. Zooble's race is a mix and match toy. This is of course another homebrew, so let me quickly explain it. So he can change his body by mix and matching different body parts. In Zooble's inventory I put the stupid sauce and extra Zooble parts, both of which we can see him use in the show. Character traits. Zooble has body dysmorphia. Next, the entire look page. Zooble is 22 years old. They are 6'1" tall and they weigh 20 kilograms. Zooble's constantly changing his eye colors and his skin colors. Zooble has no hair. And Zooble is a mix and match toy. Backstory. Well, again, I copied the backstory from the fandom wiki. Thanks a lot, fandom wiki. Skill points. Zooble's stats are 14 in strength, 13 in dexterity, 14 in constitution, 14 in intelligence, 15 in wisdom, and 14 in charisma. I also shielded the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bore you with those. And we're ending by adding in the name and hair. Gangel. Class. Gangel's class is a level 3 bard. Race. Gangel's race is a red ribbon. In Gangel's inventory I put her happy mask, a drawing sketchbook, and a pen, all of which we can see him use during the show. Character traits. Gangel has emotional dysmorphia, and she can only be happy with her happy mask. Next, the entire look page. Gangel is 26 years old. She is 5 foot tall and she weighs 1 kilogram. Gangel has a black eye, red skin, and no hair. Skill points. Gangel's stats are 12 in strength, 12 in dexterity, 15 in constitution, 14 in intelligence, 14 in wisdom, and 14 in charisma. I also filled the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bore you with those. Backstory. Well, I copied the backstory from the fandom wiki. Thanks a lot, fandom wiki. And we finish by throwing in the name. Jax!
What? You said flow when it's through.
And health. Jax. Race. Jax's race is a Tiefling because he's a rabbit. Class. Jax's class is a level 2 rogue. In Jax's inventory I put 100 keys and a bowling ball, both of which we can see him use during the show. Character traits. Jax acts like an asshole. Next, the entire look page. Jax is 22 years old. He is 6'2" tall and he weighs 48 kilograms. Jax has yellow eyes, purple skin, and no hair. And of course, Jax is a rabbit. Backstory. Yeah, I copied the backstory from the fandom wiki. What's the problem? Skill points. Jax's stats are 15 in strength, 14 in dexterity, 15 in constitution, 14 in intelligence, 12 in wisdom, and 10 in charisma. I also filled in the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bore you with those. And we finish by adding in the name and health. Caine. Race. Caine's race is an AI. That is of course a homebrew. And that homebrew means you get the normal stats of a level 1 commander, except for the HP, which is 100 HP instead of 4 HP. Class. Caine's class is a DM. This is another homebrew. This homebrew is exactly what it sounds like. He's a physical version of the DM. In Caine's inventory I put his hat, the Wacky Watch, a cane, and a notebook, all of which we can see him use in the show. Character traits. Caine can fly.
Amazing Digital Circus! My name is Caine. I'm your ringmaster.
Caine talk funny.
Are you hearing this, Bubble? The Toy Box character wants us to leave the other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time.
Caine has anger issues.
Enough! Who do they think they are? I give them everything, and they spit in my face! Don't they know what I'm capable of? Humans! They only think about themselves. They're spoiled! They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them! I'm better! I'm more powerful! I'm the original! I am God!
Caine act weird?
Great question, Gangel. For an answer, let me consult the Chinese room.
Okay, had a bit prepared. Okay, why Chinese? Does this actually mean anything?
It's a mystery what's behind that door, but I believe it's a fluent Chinese speaker who will give me advice.
Can I just ask why? Like, what even is—
Shut! You're only making the joke take longer.
What does it say?
I don't know. I don't understand Chinese.
And Caine can make almost anything.
And get killed off one by one from OSHA violations. One where a sentient cardiovascular system goes to war against the United States military. And one where you have to survive in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland with a telepathic talking dog who's mean to you the whole time. What do you think?
Next, the entire look page. Caine is 1 foot tall. He is weightless, and his age is unknown. Caine has blue and green eyes, red skin, and no hair. And very noticeably, Caine's head is a big mouth with 2 eyes inside. Backstory. For Caine's backstory, like Caine, I took the power and went into the internet and copied the backstory from the fandom wiki. Thanks a lot, fandom wiki. Skill points. Caine's stats are 16 in strength, 18 in dexterity, 12 in constitution, 13 in intelligence, 6 in wisdom, and 12 in charisma. I also filled the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bother with those. And we finish by putting in the name and health. Bubble. Race. Bubble's race is an AI, which is like Caine, but instead of 100 HP, it's 1 HP. Class. I didn't give Bubble any class. I mean, look at him. He's just chilling there. This is of course another homebrew, so let me quickly explain it. This homebrew means Bubble don't get any class advantages or disadvantages. In Bubble's inventory, I put a CNA camera, which we can see him use in the show. Character traits. Bubble can fly. Bubble is not that smart. Bubble talk funny. And Bubble act weird. Next, the entire look page. Bubble's age is unknown. He is 10 foot tall and he is weightless. Bubble has black eyes, clear skin, and surprisingly, Bubble is a bubble. Backstory. I copied the backstory from the fandom wiki. Thanks a lot, fandom wiki.
Could you say that with a little more pizzazz?
Skill points. Bubble's stats are 6 in strength, 6 in dexterity, 6 in constitution, 6 in intelligence, 6 in wisdom, and 14 in charisma. I also filled the normal stats, but I'm not gonna bother with those. And we finish by throwing in the name and health. And we're done. The downloads for all the player sheets are in the description of this video for free. And while you're down there, please like, subscribe, and comment which character should I make next. And if there is enough comments, I will probably use your comments to make an NPC video.